What's going on, guys and gals? This is Auto Tech. Man, it has been forever since I went for a douche cruise around town, like my town. Oh man, it just seems like going to Edmonton all the time, going to Canmore all the time, I'm going to work all the time. I don't, like, man, it would have to have been like a couple of weeks since I got out for like just some no point douche cruise around town. Like, I've been picking stuff up or riding to work and back or just going here, going there. So tonight I took my grandmother for dinner. It was her birthday. And then I was on the way home and I was like, it's kind of late, but it's super nice out. So I am going out. I don't even have a topic in mind tonight. I just turned on the camera and I was like, I'm just going to talk. Yeah, we'll see what comes out of my mouth. So far, it's, you know, hadn't been my foot in my mouth or anything too embarrassing. So that's we're always off to a good start there. I think what I'll do is I'll just do a bunch of random updates. You know, there's been quite a bit going on and whatnot. So you know, I definitely got a lot of short form stuff to talk about. So that's always good. What an excellent spot to stall out. That sucks. Oh man. So yeah, we'll get right into it. Get going on the information. The Angry Ginger and I finally nailed down a little bit of a trip towards the end of July. We were originally going to go to Vegas and SoCal, but unfortunately the Angry Ginger had some personal things come up in life that ended up costing him a ridiculous sum of money, so his Vegas funds got depleted pretty quick, and so I changed up some of my dates at work, and we're just going to take like a 5-day trip, get a good ride in. Basically, it's just going to be like the sole purpose of the trip is just to ride. Like, all we're going to do is just ride here one day, ride there the next day, ride there. Yeah, it'll end up being like a huge loop, which is fine by me, as long as the weather turns out good, which it should. I mean, I'm checking the extended forecast and it's looking pretty good, so hopefully it stays that way. But you know my luck. As soon as I get on the bike, it starts to rain. I've got another trip planned for the middle of August, and that one's going to be much more chill. That's going to be more of a riding to a destination and then riding around that destination for a few days. I'm going to save the destinations for a trip video, showing the maps and whatnot, like of what we got planned, what we're going to do. Which, you know, as per usual on my trips, I'm always open to suggestions for different routes to take or places to go. You know, I can't say I'll ever listen to my subscribers about coming home from Seattle in May again, though. You guys know who you are. Yeah, whatever. I'm not too bitter about that one. I survived, and it made for some pretty interesting footage. Even to this day, I still have people that are just like, man, I watched that video of you coming home from Seattle. That was awful. Like, oh man, I couldn't have done that and stuff like that. It's just like, so I did it, and I regretted it, and I hated every minute of it, but I've got video proof that I did it. I swung by Kane's Harley Davidson tonight, grabbed some parts. I've got some goodies on the way in the mail. I don't know what's taking so long. I ordered them over a week ago, and so far I've got one update on the tracking. Man, like, ordering stuff from the States to Canada is just painful. Like, and I don't understand why. Like, there's something about, like, when you are ordering something, I don't know if it's the Canadian customs that are just like super picky and like hold up the package, because I can literally send something to the States 2 days after I order something from the States, and then it gets there like 3 days beforehand, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how does this fucking happen? Why? So one of these days, at least those goodies will show up, I'm sure of it, or they got lost, and then I'll get some new ones sent out. I kind of want to get them installed before the Angry Ginger and I go on our trip, and then for the night that the bike's down, I'll take the opportunity and I will do some maintenance and whatnot. I'm not really due for an oil change, but I definitely would be overdue by the time we got back from the trip and whatnot, so whatever, I'll just do it. You know, like probably by then, I'll probably be like, what, 500 miles, 800 kilometers before I need it, but yeah, whatever. I'm not going to really cry over doing it a couple days early. Downtown is really busy tonight, you know, for like a 9 o'clock on a work night. There's usually not this much traffic. That's kind of weird. Oh, I see all the tents popping up, and I'm seeing random bales of hay at places, so you know what that means. Unless you're not from here, then you have no idea what that means. Stampede is a-comin', unfortunately. All the wannabe cowboys get their boots on and just go nuts. It's just ridiculous. Although I guess by the time you guys see this, the Stampede will have come and gone. That's kind of one of the tough things about scheduling videos in advance, is if something crucial happens, I have to reschedule everything and push that one to the front, or I just have to assume that you guys know what happened a couple weeks ago. I know a random bullshit video like this I'm not going to push as a priority. I mean, I've got some other ones that I want to show you guys first and whatnot, and I'll keep this one for a just whatever random update. I hear other moto vloggers and stuff like that talk about that sort of thing too, where they're like, oh wait, did I do that yet? And they're like, oh no, I didn't, I haven't posted that one yet, so just wait guys, you'll see. So that's kind of funny when that happens. I've got another school course or work course for work coming up, and actually, yeah, it's just a touch under 2 weeks now. Sadly, that one is in Calgary. I was trying to get them to send me to the one in Edmonton, but the one in Calgary just worked out better for the scheduling at work, so that kind of sucks. It would have been sweet to head to Edmonton for 4 days or whatever and just ride around, get my hotel paid for. I think when it comes to courses, I'm only going to bring them up at work when it comes to the summer months. So I'll get this one done in a couple weeks, and then there's one more that I like really need to get on, and then I'll probably just leave it alone until like next summer, and then from there I'll start pushing for the other ones. I can't remember how many there are in total. I think there's like 14 or something in total, so I should be able to get some pretty good trips out of the deal. You know, and some great learning opportunities too, you know, like, yeah, so grateful. Just in case anyone from work's watching this. Oh man, she's still broken down right there. That's just nuts. Probably ran out of gas. I mean, that's a pretty new looking vehicle to have it break down just randomly driving down the street. Although, who knows, maybe she didn't do her oil changes or something, I don't know. Whatever. You know what, though? That's actually a little bit of an indication of the tow truck drivers around here needing to get their act together. Because if someone's broken down on one of the main arteries of the city in the left lane, like, I would deem that as an unsafe location to be stuck sitting in your vehicle. So they need to make it a priority and get their ass down there and tow them out of there. I feel like 3/4 of this video is just me riding off into the sunset, being blinded by the light. I guess I'm going west more today than anything else. Oh man, we're gonna take a little detour here on this street. This little street right here just kind of inspired me for another video. I think I'm gonna have to round up the Angry Ginger for this one, and we're gonna have to do one of our old cruises. You know, like one of the ones we used to do when we were like 16. I mean, this building right here has changed so much, but that's where I sort of kind of went to high school for a little bit. Yeah, you know, like I did go like for a bit, so. But yeah, I mean, wow, this place has changed. Man, it's like, man, I used to like hang out here all the time because, you know, I was like one of the cool kids. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get the Angry Ginger together, and we are gonna have to just do an old school cruise. A lot of the places that we used to go to aren't around anymore because we're like really old now, unfortunately, but we can still get most of it. So that'll make for a pretty cool video. I'm excited about that one. I just gotta get him on board with that. I'm gonna just call this one right about here. I think I've touched base on about like 400 different things, probably more like 20, but you know how it goes. And I really had no point to this video, so I'm sorry about that, guys. I was just excited to get out there, finally do a random, no place to be, nothing to do cruise around town. And I just wanted to update you guys on some things that are coming, some things that I've been up to, and yeah, so make sure you go on and hit that subscribe button, and if you've been along for a while, thanks for taking the time and watching.